Unit 1, Business and its Environment. 1.1 Enterprise. The nature of business activity. An activity that produces an output in the shape of goods, tangible products, and services, intangible, with the ultimate objective of making profit is termed as a business activity. Business activities are required as we live in a world of great scarcity. Human needs include the basic requirements to be fulfilled such as food, shelter, and clothing. Besides these, what a human desire for our wants. Human wants are unlimited and the resources used to fulfill these wants are limited. This phenomenon is referred to as the basic economic problem. A particular business activity involves identifying the right product to be produced, considering the resources available. Opportunity cost. People are forced to make choices due to the presence of the basic economic problem mentioned above. Opportunity cost is defined as the next best alternative forgone. In simpler terms, the sacrifice by an individual or organization while giving preference to one product to the other is known as the opportunity cost of that particular decision. Factors of production. The elements required to carry out a business activity are collectively known as the factors of production. These include land. It represents all the natural resources which are consumed during a business activity, e.g., plains, seas, mines, etc. Labor. The term refers to any kind of physical or mental human effort, example, carpenters, doctors, etc. Capital. All man-made resources fall in this category. It is further classified into fixed and working capital. The former includes machinery and equipment that can be used repeatedly during a production process over a period of time. The latter represents cash, raw material, semi-finished and finished goods, etc., that is in continuous circulation and utilized within a short span of time. Entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur is an individual responsible for managing all the other factors of production in an optimum or the best possible way. Concept of adding value. Adding value to a product means charging a higher price but keeping the cost of producing the good or providing the service the same. This can be achieved by establishing a better image for the product or by improving customers' perception of the quality of the product/service. The role of the entrepreneur. An entrepreneur organizes land, labor, and capital, resulting in all kinds of business activities. People who have this role typically perform the following functions. Innovation. Generation and implementation of new ideas is a function one expects an entrepreneur to perform. In fact, a business activity usually commences with the entrepreneur having a business idea. Launch of Body Shop by Anita Roddick in 1976 is an impressive display of innovation. She created a business idea of her own when she decided to offer toiletries and cosmetics for sale with a special emphasis on conservation, environment, and animal rights. Organization. Land, labor, and capital are hired by the entrepreneur and organized to produce goods or services. Decisions about the location of the premises, production methods, product design, prices, wages, etc., are often made by the entrepreneur. If the firm grows, it is likely that some of these tasks are passed down to others. Assuming risk. An entrepreneur assumes high risk as he decides to set up a business. Money has to be spent without any guarantee of return. There is every possibility of a loss in future since he might be unsuccessful in selling the goods or services he has produced. Social enterprise. It is a business that feels accountable towards stakeholders other than shareholders also. Accepting these responsibilities towards customers, local residents, employees, and the environment and acting accordingly can give firms a major competitive advantage. However, it may increase business costs, example, purchasing expensive but non-polluting capital equipment. Triple bottom line. The triple bottom line is made up of the social, environmental, and economic factors that must be considered seriously by all progressive business organizations. The social aspect pertains to fair and beneficial business practices towards the labor and community in which a corporation conducts its business. The term environment refers to sustainable environmental practices, indicating that a business needs to give due attention to issues such as pollution and recycling. Finally, the bottom line is economics, which basically highlights the significance of generating profit, an objective pursued by all business organizations, conscientious or not. It is worth mentioning that almost a similar phrase was coined by Shell also, in which the terms people, planet, and profit replace social, environment, and economics respectively. Ethical issues. Ethics can be defined as a system of morals or rules of behavior. These are the values and beliefs which influence how individuals, groups, and societies behave. To say that something is legal is not to say that it is ethical, and vice versa. For example, advertising directed towards children might be legal, but many see it as unethical. Similarly, in the past, the use of inside information in share dealing was considered unethical, but was nevertheless legal. The basic distinction to make is that the law concerns whether an action is allowed or not allowed, whereas ethics concern whether an action is right or wrong, acceptable or unacceptable. It is advisable for a business to seriously look into various ethical issues and fulfill its CSR, or corporate social responsibility. The term ethical is used to refer to businesses which recognize the importance of social responsibility and the need to consider the effects of its actions upon stakeholders. For example, an electricity generating business may be operating within legal emissions limits. However, it may feel that it has to change its production methods to reduce emissions even further because it believes businesses should work towards a cleaner environment. A strong sense of corporate responsibility was displayed by Orange, the cell phone company, when it introduced tree-shaped transmitters which blended in with the surrounding area. However, it is worth mentioning that despite the contribution of being ethical towards an improvement in the image and reputation of an organization, the significance of profit-making must not be undermined. The ultimate goal pursued by a firm has to be the reduction in costs that would eventually lead to an increase in profits. Therefore, the effort to act in an ethical way should be made without compromising the profit motive significantly.